Hello there, yes, I want to talk about what happened in Big Brother last night with Dailey. Yesterday I brought you a video and I want to thank you all for your support. I think about 77 of you have actually clicked on to watch my breaking news yesterday of Dailey being removed from the Big Brother house. So thanks guys. Remember, I am on Twitter, Geektastic555. I'm on Facebook, Mick Minas, MICKMINAS. So give us a friend's request on Facebook. I'm quite happy to accept you. Right, so now I've actually seen what happened in Big Brother last night, I want to discuss it. Basically, my mind hasn't changed. The lad had to go. His behaviour was violent, it was threatening. He had to go. But what I'm saying to Five and Endemol is, you should have spotted this in the audition process. Now, I'm pretty sure, and I've always been under the impression, that actually to get into Big Brother you have to go through stringent psychological testing. Well, any stringent psychological testing would have spotted that Dailey had serious emotional issues that haven't been dealt with before. Dailey needs to talk to a psychiatrist. I'm not being horrible about the lad. He clearly needs help. By letting him on the show willy-nilly like they did and locking him in that safe house with Hazel, they put Hazel in severe danger. Now let's be clear, the character of Hazel in Big Brother isn't exactly that great, is it? I mean, I don't particularly like her. I don't particularly hate her either. But she certainly likes... look, it's difficult, isn't it? I do not think she brought that upon herself. I don't think she led him on or anything like that. If anything, if you read one of my Facebook notes yesterday, the facts about Hazel and Dailey, you'll see that what I'm saying is that Dailey started all that romantic crap. Well, it wasn't romantic, was it? It was all part of publicity for him, so when he gets out, he's got a story to sell. But anyway, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about what he did. What he did was wrong. It was aggressive. Astounding, which shows how mentally disturbed he is, that he didn't see a problem with what he did. He then said something interesting when he found out he was being thrown out. He talked about, he wanted everyone to know that, and at first I thought he was going to say Hazel's a stand-up girl and not to take it out on Hazel, but he said the opposite. He turned around and said Hazel cannot be trusted. Now that's interesting because he felt like she betrayed him. I don't know if she's some clever genius that knew what he would do if she would do certain things and she would get him thrown out. I'm not buying it. But basically, what we saw, he was right to be removed. But Five and Endemol, for me, definitely have a responsibility with what happened because they should have saw the lad's psychological problems. So so that's my opinion on that. Now, obviously, last night we saw we found out the 5 people up for eviction. There were some shocks in there. Dexter obviously is in a shock. Gina is in a shock, and Callum is in a shock. Nearly forgot his name. Obviously, really surprised about Jack and Joe, the twins, being up. But I can see how maybe a couple of people are maybe not too happy, and certainly at times you would understand why maybe they'd be nominated. I'm just surprised that people have actually stood up and put them up for eviction. Jackie up, again, I can see how... I don't like Jackie. I can't stand Jackie. I think she's a player. I don't think she's in there to take care of her daughter. She's in there because she is a desperate wannabe, and I do not like her. I don't like her attitude towards Dexter. Now, this week's going to be a very, very difficult week for Dexter. There's no question about it. He's up against Callum, he's up against Jackie, he's up against the twins, he's up against Gina. And on Wednesday, I'm sure there'll be another live twist into the house where probably Hazel will save Jackie. Or the twins. Well, I mean, probably maybe the twins, but she's not going to save Dexter. Let's be honest, she's most certainly not going to save Gina. Because she's got this safe house status, I assume still, she will actually choose her mate, which is Jackie. Who she claims to be her mate. If Dexter does go, I'll be extremely sad about it. But I have enjoyed him. He has done well staying there for 5 weeks. I know he was immune in the safe house 1 week. He's been a brilliant housemate. I don't care if he's a player. I don't care if he's playing a game. They're all playing a game. He's playing the best one because he's being entertaining. I watch television. I watch Big Brother to be entertained. I don't watch Big Brother to watch people like Sophie just F and blind and be so dumb. I remember her yesterday on the highlight show going, don't Hazel and Dailey get together? And then because Sam wouldn't respond the way she wanted, well, don't you think that then? Well, don't you know if they get together? And she's such a clone. She's such a she's a person. She's the kind of person in this world that annoys me. She just talks like the magazines, the women's magazines. She hasn't got her own soul. She hasn't got her own personality. So that's another one I don't really like, and I will be glad to see the back of. I really hope Dexter can survive. I cannot see it. But how do I see this year's Big Brother? I am really enjoying it. Apart from the fact there's not really, apart from Sam, there's no one to clutch hold of and say, this guy deserves to win. Now, although Sam doesn't do much, he has got a bit of a personality. He does make me laugh at times. And I think he's the kind of guy that you'd be happy for to win. And not because of his hearing problems or anything like that, just because of the situation. But it's been a hugely entertaining Big Brother. This is my prediction. I actually think that Dan, Callum and Gina will be the final three in that house. That's what I believe. Interesting with Gina, because I don't think she's quite honest when she talks to people, but then you could say what you see on the outside is very fake. But her personality doesn't seem fake. What is suspicious for me with Gina is how someone who seems to come across as a spoilt little rich girl, eats raw fish and things like this. That to me, would a person do that unless she's totally desperate to be famous? I mean, the layers will be unravelled like it always is on Big Brother, but time will only tell. So, you know me, I'm here, as I said, Mick Meanus on Facebook, Geektastic555 on Twitter. Look me up. Most definitely, I am very happy that Dailey's gone. He turned out to confirm my suspicions. Not a good guy at all. I'm glad he's gone. And by the way, Dailey, all this, Dexter's my mate, but I don't know if I'm going to trust him or not. When you say someone's your friend, you don't nominate them. So, he wasn't your friend, and you were a bigger backstabber than he was, because at least he's actually playing a game. You're not playing anything. You're just being the nasty piece of work you are. But, as I said, hope Dailey gets the help he needs, and hope that he can show the world that he is a great guy. So, we will talk again. Any breaking news, I'll bring it to you first. See ya.